Welcome, air signs. That is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Today we are going to be doing the elements. That's you guys for air. And I will be just giving you guys messages from the ancestors using the Orisha deck. We're going to choose 3 cards since there's 3 signs in each element, and then we're going to read from the deck, and if we need to, we'll throw a little bit of tarot on there for you guys. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Okay. We're ready to jump in there. These are facing the same way. Did I cut the deck? Any messages for our air signs? 1, 2, I also ask that you guys do not mind my fingernail polish. It's okay. At least it's going to be. One more card, ancestors, for our air signs. Anything for us? Thank you, ancestors. The 10 of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. Nice, very nice. Ace of Cups. That guy's got a treasure. And the 10 of Wands. So you got 2 10s. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, you got 3 10s. The Wheel of Fortune is a 10 in itself. 10101010, baby. Hold on now. Wait a darn minute. Wait a darn minute. So I'm not crazy. Okie dokie. Air signs, here we go. When this card shows up, whatever questions you are reading for need to be explored on 2 levels. On the immediate level, there are changes going on that need to be addressed. How the person navigates them will determine how much they gain or lose in the near future. They should consider carefully what choices bring more opportunity and go in that direction. Sounds about right. On a deeper level, the person is dealing with something that people might be inclined to call karma. Their life is defined by the consequences of both their actions and the baggage they are carrying. They are vulnerable to negative thoughts, ideas, and histories they are still carrying forward. They may even be their own worst enemy without knowing it. It is important with this card to never let your ego suggest you have made it. No matter the success you have today, things are always in motion. At one time, newspapers were a great business and empires were built with them. With the internet age, their future is uncertain. Vinyl was cutting edge at one point, lost all value for a long time, and now has returned as a cool way to listen to music. Things change without end. And that's the cycle of the wheel. Ace of Cups. When the Ace of Cups shows up, this person is able to accomplish many things. What they need most is spiritual connection and healing. Without this, their lives will resemble the tides going in and out but not getting anywhere. It is tricky to highlight people's unconscious issues, so proceed gently. Ask questions instead of making statements. If the person does not pick up on what you're getting at, let it rest. They are not ready yet, but will return again and again until they are. Spiritual growth, prosperity from other places, and old issues resurfacing. So these two cards, they symbol the same energy in the to the fact where the Wheel of Fortune is the wheel that is ever changing. It's always in motion. It's always going up and down. You're going up and sometimes you're going to be down. And this card is like that, whereas if you don't heal and reach your spiritual connection, you will continue to make the same choices that led to either bad outcomes or, you know, unsustainable things in your life. Like, you know, you get something good and it always goes away because there's other work that needs to be done. Like, sure, you may have the money to buy this, you know, but without the spirit healing that your life needs, that thing's probably going to break or it's going to be stolen, and you're just going to keep on re-getting it because there's something else that you're literally not getting that has to do with your connection to the divine. Then we have the Ten of Wands. Oh, that was fancy how I just clicked right there. Bars with Issues, who's the ancestor in this deck. Stick he uses to open and close the roads. A white horse. I'm sorry, that's the symbolism. You have one problem to solve in this reading. How to get this person out of the bind they have gotten themselves into. A dead end with no clear way forward. Too much on your plate and everything suffers. Depression brought on by neglect. And this card also advises not to go against divination, which would be like insight or the ancestors' information that they are telling you, sharing with you. I don't know, it seems like there's a crossroad right now where you either are going to listen and you're going to be able to move forward, or you're going to continue to make those same mistakes because there's something that you're not seeing. Right, we're at 7 minutes, so I'm going to get the definition of this Ten of Swords and then a quick tarot because I would like you guys to know what it is that needs to change, right? This card says that a deep betrayal is happening that might cost the person everything. Through the common imagery of this card shows a figure that has been stabbed in the back. People usually know their enemy. Sometimes this is a part of themselves that cannot help but ruin things. Other times it is a person whose bad behavior is excused until it is too late. The ruin experienced is never a random occurrence. That energy is found in the Tower. So, air signs. Let us ask what we are not seeing, how to bring it to the light, and also what to do moving forward, right? Because whatever it is that you're not seeing is putting you in the Wheel of Fortune cycle, and you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Does it feel like that? It does? Well, what are they talking about? Why don't you guys leave me a message and let me know? One of these cards is flipped over. We're at 9 minutes. Maybe not. Ancestors, do you have any insight for our air signs today? Aquarius, Leo, and Gemini. Ace of Swords is here. It usually means that there's some truth coming in, but I think that I think it's here because you're going to start to realize the truth. You're going to notice how you've been holding yourself back this time. Maybe once you accept these things that need to change, because that could be the truth too. Like, you know, maybe you already know some things and you just haven't accepted it. You don't want it to be that way. And that Ten of Wands advice for you not to go against what you already know is better. Four of Swords. So maybe once that information comes in, you take some time to yourself to meditate on it, figure out what it means for you and what would be the best course of action for you. And speaking of action here, you got the Seven of Wands, which is literally somebody trying to, you know, beat the bad energies away from them. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. That's a 9. That's a 9 of Cups. So that is wish fulfillment. So let's say you have everything that you could possibly want or think you need right now. Well, it can't be everything, right? Because the wishes can still be fulfilled with this. But you have a lot of things, and you just can't figure out why is it the one thing that you want the most you cannot attract to you. And when it does come, it ends up leaving or falling apart. Well, that is because you see how this man doesn't quite have a face? Let's call him, for just conversation's sake, our shadow self. And there's some things in our shadow selves that we have to deal with and overcome and stop hiding from. Bring them to the forefront, face it with the truth sword of truth, the Ace of Swords. Once we face those things and we see what they are, is when we can begin to go in and start to work on those things. We can start to rebuild our mind from thinking that way, from seeing things that way. You know, we can start to live in reality a little bit more, if you will. But this is essentially you, air sign, fighting off negative energies, negative thoughts, things that are holding you back, people who try to stab you in your back, so that you can have your wish fulfillment. And right under the wish fulfillment, we have the High Priest and the Death card, right? This death is the transformation that the whole reading is about. Getting out of that cycle, stepping off of that Wheel of Fortune into what's meant for you. That's the transformation of the Death card. And the High Priestess is knowing that needs to be done, and this is figuring out how to do it, and the High Priestess is also putting it into action. So, air sign, I think that was a good one. That was a nice one. You are not a gerbil. Get off that wheel. Oh, what is that? That was like a dad joke or something. Anywho, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to return next time. So I'll just be hanging out on this channel. I don't know, guys. Do some meditating. Think about the way things are and the way you want them to be, and see what things don't add up. Start there.